want to be reelected, so they want to make their constituents happy. And believe it or not, the vast majority of elected officials are in office because they want to provide a public service. Now, sometimes their idea of a public service may be very different from yours, but they do actually want to hear from their constituents. I actually recently heard from a chief of staff for Congressman Joe Wilson, who's pretty conservative, but pretty representative of how many of the members on Capitol Hill are feeling about their constituents. He said that the congressman will not co-sponsor any piece of legislation unless asked by a constituent. So they'll certainly meet with lobbyists, they'll certainly talk to other special interests, but they will not co-sponsor legislation or, for that matter, vote for a piece of legislation or against it until they've heard some position from a constituent. So I think that's pretty telling in terms of the role that constituents are playing in the process, which is why your voices are so important. The ALA's Washington office goes in and talks with these folks all the time, but they really need the backup of the individuals in the district to help them deliver their messages. So how do we do that? 10 quick and easy steps. And these are basic steps for how you can reach out to your legislators. We are going to focus a little bit on some of the federal policy issues, but again, these principles that we're going to talk about are going to apply whether you're advocating at the local, state, or federal level. So written communications, obviously one of the first things we think about when we want to talk to our elected officials or communicate with them is through a written communication. The structure, basically, and again, if I get questions on whether we'll have this available, you will have the PowerPoint available, so you don't have